To be clear, I don't know him okay, that makes it so suspicious. Everybody just brings it up that they don't know each other. What about the other participants? I don't know them. Never heard of them. Didn't expect much from an occult tour, but what a bunch of losers. Fujiwara-san, mind if we talk for a bit? No, I'll let you know whenever I do mind. What are they doing? Writing something somewhere high up? They're doing the thriller dance, Azumi. How is this sentence structured? Okay, the urban myth that matches the circumstances would be... ... Netherworld. We're going back to Minecraft with this one. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue on with Urban Myth Dissolution Center. The Uno Tenshu incident is a famous one. Let me get rid of the mouse real quick. Should be able to dig up posts from back then too. Oh, I forgot it's the social media research part. It should still be an active topic since the alleged culprit was never caught, yada yada yada. I'm pretty sure I read all this. Didn't think the incident would be that famous. Why haven't I heard about it? Sammy, you kind of do live under a rock. Should I try to read the news a bit more? Yeah, I did read that. Okay. The mystery tour in Uno is back. Disappointed that I can't go, but I'll bring up some of the darkness from 7 years ago. Here are some old posts. Some people really just live to like dig up old dirt. Socials are the best starting point. Tonkaratoni reblogged. An article from 7 years ago. Is this the famous incident they're talking about? Yep, it's a murder case from quite a while ago. Happened at this park. I didn't get any... Okay. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition, then pronounced dead. According to the Uno police, Kengo showed signs of being violently beaten, and a murder investigation is underway. I don't know why I started talking like that. Breaking news in the Kengo Nomura case. The man found unconscious in Uno Park. A piece of paper with Tenshu written on it was found near the scene. Therefore, the case will be called the Uno Tenshu incident. Really? Okay. The Uno Tenshu incident is pretty infamous. You really don't know about it? Wait, the person in this picture, I feel like I've seen them somewhere before. It's the person you saw in the lady's photo. It looks like the Uno Tenshu incident caught a lot of attention. I might be the only one who's never heard of it. You should search it up then. Okay, just give me a second, Zammy. Let me see if there's any clues I need to find on this page. Wasn't a stolen, it was a robbery. Why else we live a paper that says Tenshu? Some kind of punishment done in the name of the gods. Squilly words. This gives me the shivers. The Uno Park is so big, no wonder some parts are creepy. What's this creepy phone? A payphone? You used to call me on my payphone? It's scary enough just being in a park at night. Imagine a creepy phone popping up in the hazy lighting. Looks like it's drawing attention. More attention than I would have thought. Got me curious about it now. Maybe he did something to deserve divine punishment? He got beat up. Okay, let's not bring gods into this. Tenshu incident, huh? Brings back memories. That would be hilarious. Like if they said they get to be the judge of that. LOL. Okay. The guy behind the Tenshu incident was the occult researcher Tsutamo Kisaragi. I know I've heard that name before. From some book at the center maybe? He's kind of famous in our circle for his book Occult's Great Reset. The guy behind the Tenshu incident? He wrote that book. Even if you wouldn't say the book is niche, it isn't for the masses either. Was a uni professor. Oh, so he was a global elite. But Jasmine, please don't turn out like that. At the same time, he was working as an occult researcher. A uni professor and occult researcher. It would be really sad if Jazzy just turned out to be like, you know, a crazy conspiracy theorist. And that's why she has all like the, you know, the fighting techniques that she has. That's amazing. And he's the culprit. Please, Jazzy, just turn out to be a double agent. That's amazing. And he's the culprit of the Uno Tenshu incident. Okay, so let's check. Getting a reaction. I'll look up Tsutamo Kisaragi. Jazzy's like, I don't want to go to college. They always lying and shit. Alright. No, I didn't want to read this. I meant to search. Okay, let's look up the Uno Tenshu. Nope, not that. Uno Tenshu incident. No, stop it. There's a bit of like a delay between like going up and down, so that's why I keep on hitting that. News like Ueno Tenshu incident culprit, the dark side of an occult researcher, was really trending for a while. I used to love reading Tsutomu Kusaragi's books. What a shock. Do not look up what happened with Neil Gaiman. Should be able to find out. Oh, clue. Let's go. Strange that a harmless occult otaku would suddenly start getting people, and with Tenshu no less. Didn't something happen between? Maybe they were mocking the occult and that set Kisaragi off? Who knows? Was taken out by the powers that be. Just some... Oh! She doesn't ascribe to conspiracy theories. Let's go. Okay, it's people like this who terrorize and justify as divine punishment. Block and report. Terrorize? I guess they're trying to call him a Zimmer? A what now? I know Zimmers are like people who are into the occults. Committed suicide before conviction. Isn't that basically admitting he's guilty? The internet blew up with comments on the suicide of a professor. Oh. Like I thought, another keyword here. Better look into that. I mean, it would make sense if he wasn't behind it and then people just kind of like blew up about it. Nope. I'm guessing it's this. Okay, Tsutomu Kusaragi. Seems like something a cult research would do. I bet he had delusions about the after... Okay. Dispelling occult stereotypes like that. Just say whatever biased things they want. I mean, it's kind of like messed up, to be honest. With all the hate he got, anyone would kill themselves. That's the dark side of the media and the internet. You know what's... Okay, Mr. I'm brushing my teeth in my profile picture. How about you brush your mind? He had siblings too, right? Dark spark. Proof of Tsutomari. He's... click here. What is this? The article is 7 years old. Posting a totally different story. That was their way to get clicks while the topic was hot. I see it's just a repost, okay? The whole families are a mess. What are the police doing this? Our tax money goes right into their pockets. Why don't they get some work done? Zammy, he was not the culprit. He was said to be the culprit by a bunch of people online. That basically confirms that he isn't it. A total mystery, right? That's what makes it an urban myth. It's just another piece of the puzzle that keeps the incident relevant. Oh, there we go. Wait a second, why was the creepy phone wasn't even a thing that I needed to look up? What, like those old dial phones? Kind of vague. Yeah, most creepy phones we'd hear about are probably old dial phones. Okay, trans-dimensional phone. Okay, so it was just another like urban myth that we can put into our notebook to follow, I think. There we go. I'm here for the 100% speed run. Now, you might think that this is a very slow speed run, but you know, as they say, slow and steady wins the race. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast, so I'm actually the fastest speedrunner of all time. And some people think it's a false accusation. The case itself is still unsolved. Most of the posts were just unbelievable. The info going around on social media was total chaos. That's why you should probably do some actual research, Sammy. Please, no more social media research. Did they really have to go that far? This kind of mess would flutter your timeline each day. I've seen even worse too. So much going on, I feel overwhelmed. So the Ueno Tenshu incident was really well known. Yeah, it made a lot of news for sure. And Tsutomu Kisaragi got piled on like crazy, not surprised he gave up. Also, about Kengo Nomura, was it? The victim? Yep, killed near the pond in Ueno. Another thing. The ghost in Kumura-chan's photo could be him, right? Oh yes, I know I'd seen him somewhere. Kengo Nomura's ghost from Kimura-san's photo. Just a thought. Could Nomura-san actually still be alive too? Is he missing? Did they find a body? No way, it's that again. Once in a lifetime is enough already. What do you mean it's that again? In the last case, the lady wasn't still... The lady was dead. We just got her confused with another lady that was actually alive. Then maybe an alternate Nomada-san from the netherworld. What are you talking, Sammy? What are you talking about? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, let's get back to the tour. We're back. Okay, Jasmine, we're trying to keep a low profile here. Sorry, did we keep you waiting? Yeah, we did. We spent like freaking 15 minutes on that. No problem. We're all here now. So, introducing the second mystery spot in this Uno Occult and Dark tour. This here is the scene for the Uno Tenshu incident. Ta-da! Kind of messed up making a murder spot a part of a tour. Everybody kind of has like the same thought. So here we are. This is the scene of what's known as the Uno Tenshu incident 7 years ago on September 21st. September 21st? That's what the 0921 number meant. The victim, Kengo Nomura, is said to have been attacked here by the culprit. Yet numerous mysteries remain unsolved, including the murderer's identity and motive and the Tenshu message. Rumors say Kengo Nomura ghost appeared in front of anyone trying to solve the case. It takes them away to some place unknown. Or so I heard. Or are you afraid? Maybe, maybe not. Some place unknown? Could that be the netherworld? Could that be the nether? Now, here's the next puzzle we'd like everyone to solve. The Uno Tenshu incident was named after a piece of paper with the word Tenshu written on it. Where was that paper actually found? The organizer has hidden an envelope somewhere within this area, and solving the puzzle will lead you to it. Our next destination will be in the envelope, so best of luck in finding it. It should contain information on the Uno Tenshu incident as well. What? Why is everybody just like quiet? Everybody was like, huh, and this lady is like, I'm interested. To tell you the truth, I have not been informed about the rest of our locations or schedule. You keep on bringing that up. As a guide, you should probably not keep bringing that up over and over again, because I'm starting to lose faith in you as a guide. Ready or not, the search is on. Ready or not, here we come. Alright. I mean, I do have the powers to go back in time, so I can... What the heck? You have a freaking hobbit here? Okay, let's talk to Jazzy real quick. Hey, the mood in this group keeps getting worse. Yeah, this is the worst tour we've ever been on. I know. Like, they all have thoughts on the Uno Tenshu incident. Might want to check with them about that too. Hi! What do you think? What's your impression of this tour so far? As a mystery tour, it's been pretty regular so far. What do you mean? Doesn't feel like we're heading to the nether. Yeah, we haven't even gotten any obsidian blocks yet, but I think something's changed after we got there. The participants are one thing, but something about this place also feels off. Yeah, it's like we're exploiting a tragic incident from the past. Agree, what do you think is going on? About the investigation. Anyway, prioritizing finding the map to the next spot. But also try to get a feel for what's going on with these guys. I'd rather not try to get a feel with any of these guys. Maybe ask them if they heard anything about the Uno Tenshu incident. You're good at that kind of thing. Heh, I'll try. Jasmine, any idea how to solve the riddle? We did guess it right about the Uno Tenshu incident, but didn't see any posts talking about the Tenshu paper itself. Gasmask's a journalist, so he might have an idea. Is he a journalist or is he an online journalist? Let's talk to this hobbit real quick. This place sure is creepy. That's all you have to say? Yeah, that's all you have to say about another, you know, Tolkien fantasy, high fantasy race being found? Okay. Okay, Zammy, you do you. Reminder in the quiz. Where was the Tenshu paper discovered? Best wishes on your search. About the Riddler. Riddle me this, Batman. Why do we park on a driveway but drive on a parkway? About the ongoing quiz. Oh, would you like a hint? I would if I could, but to be honest, the organizer only gave me the quiz text itself, so I don't actually know the answer. Let alone the envelope's info on where to go next or info on the Tenshu incident. What? What are we going to do if nobody knows the answer? Whoops. Not good. Guess it's up to everyone to solve the riddle then. Can I get my money back? I mean, I paid nothing for this, but can I get my money back? Can I get my time back? Do you know about the Tenshu incident? I hate to admit it, but 7 years ago I was away in Spain. Said, okay, you didn't need to like brag that you were in Spain doing flamenco dancing. Flamenco in Spain? What do you mean? That's the most likely place you would do flamenco, Zammy. I was there for a couple of years hoping to go pro. What is this backstory? I chose to move to Morocco. What do you... for a 3-year stint at sushi in Morocco? Sushi in Morocco? Okay, that makes more sense to be confused about that. I got back to Japan 2 years ago, so I have no idea about events prior to that. And and all of a sudden I learned that they do sushi in Japan too. I see. Anyway, moving on. Mr. Gas Mask, could I talk to you for a bit? I guess. He also told you not to call you Gas Mask. About the riddle. The riddle's so easy, I already found out the answer. So you're a journalist, perhaps you know something. About what? Back when the incidents happened, did you do any research? Do you know anything about flamenco in Spain? Would you happen to know where the Tenshu paper was found, for example? Yeah, well... The person who discovered Kengo Nomoto lying here, I heard they passed by while jogging. They called an ambulance, and after Nomoto was carried off, they noticed the Tenshu paper. They found it after the victim was carried off. But wouldn't you notice a paper like that right away? Probably because the victim was on the paper? You should probably check the area first. So the Tenshu incident hasn't been solved yet. What are your thoughts on it, Mr. Gas Mask? My thoughts? Well, I can tell you my thoughts for a price. Well, if you mean my personal view, Tsutomu Kusagari, the occult expert, some say he's innocent, but personally I think he's a strong suspect. You mean he was a strong suspect? And why is that? Well, obviously, must be a reason for that much controversy. Okay, Gas Mask. Just because there was a controversy doesn't mean there was a reason for it. Do you see what happens every time a game studio releases a game with a lady in it? The victim, Kengo Nomoto, was on the staff at the Uno Ancient History Museum. There's talk that Kisaragi, as an occult researcher, and Nomoto were clashing about ancient history matters. Clashing about ancient history like a bunch of nerds? Creepy occult type and the academic historian Oil and Water much. I guess that is true. Dr. Kisaragi was an occult researcher, but I thought he was a uni professor too. But is that story even true? You might want to ask Matsuda-san. Don't mention I said this, but he works at the Uno Ancient History Museum. The freaking lughead? Which means he's a colleague of the victim, that Nomura guy. Huh. Oh my... Imagine being brought to this place and being like reminded that your colleague died. Was brutally beaten up. It's kinda messed up actually. White lines on the concrete road are showing what seems to be a human outline. Can't get anything past Zammy, so the Tenshu incidents happened here. Did someone draw this for the tour? Let's examine this. If the Tenshu paper was found lying on the ground, it would have been around here. But I don't see any envelopes lying around. Should I look around with my glasses? What the heck? They do live amongst us. First we had a freaking, hobbit, now we have a little gremlin. This shadow looks like it's touching the photo. My precious! Is it setting something up? Might be the tour organizer's shadow. If that's the tour organizer, you're on the wrong tour, Zammy. You need to get out. This is the only shadow that's acting strangely. If the shadow... What do you mean the only shadow that's acting strangely? I guess the Hobbit was just kind of standing there. If this shadow is the organizer, then this means they hid the envelope somewhere around the photo. Observe. A photo of Kengo Nomura, the victim of the Uno Tenshu incident. They have flowers too. Would a photo of the victim of a 7-year-old murder still be around? Wonder who put this here for the tour, perhaps? Okay. Observe. It's the trumpets of judgment. A statue of a child angel with graffiti on it. Jeez. That statue is settled to the great beyond. Is this telescope for observing the great beyond? That's a telescope? Angel? Why does that ring a bell? It's because you're an angel and you fell from heaven, Zammy. Oop. No, stop it. LB, there we go. It would explain your face. That was always a good, like, back in middle school, it's like, you walk up to a lady, you walk up to, like, a fellow, like, classmate, and you're like, did you fall from heaven? Because, damn, look at your face, it's all broken up. Like, that was how cool, quote-unquote, cool kids back in middle school were like. They're like, we don't like girls, they got cooties, we're gonna tell them that their faces are messed up. And then, like, a year later, like, in high school, they were like, please, like, I'm all alone, I want a girlfriend, I'm all alone, please, I'm sorry I made fun of you in middle school. I mean, they do say that, you know, your best years are, like, when you're a kid. Honestly, like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I should compile notes on Nomura San as well. There's not, like, if I got $1 million, right? I'd be like, hell yeah. But then the only reason I would do that is because, like, I would have $1 million afterwards. But then also I would have $1 million as a kid, so I would probably waste it on something stupid like Bionicles. I mean, I would waste them as an adult, but now Bionicles are, like, actually, like, collectibles. He's the victim in the Uno Tenshu incident, which attracted a lot of attention back then. What message was found pasted onto Nomura-san's body? Want you, lust of the heavens. Ooh, baby, I want you. By Tenshu. Oh my god. By Tenshu. Oh my god. Tenshu. By Tenshu is a good, like, is that even like a Japanese pun? No, I mean, it's an English pun, right? But is it an English pun with a Japanese pun overlaid with it? I don't know. I was gonna say that's probably a good name for, like, a Japanese restaurant. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, maybe that's actually the worst name for a Japanese restaurant. Yes, Tenshu, divine wrath that strikes down the evil of heart, which the incident itself was named after. Well, why did the murderer paste the paper onto the victim? Nomura-san didn't seem so evil that he deserved such a fate. It's always the quiet ones, Sammy. Oh my god. This is like that scene in, like, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. With all the notes and stuff. And let's talk to the prepper, Furito. Were you able to solve the puzzle? No, not quite yet. Any progress on solving the puzzle? He literally said no. Well, I do happen to have a certain degree of confidence in my ability to solve riddles and puzzles. I'd say I'm actually quite good at them. But this particular puzzle is outside my area of expertise, so I prefer to leave it to you all. Yes. I was, like, wondering about his face. Do you know anything about the Tenshu incident? Oh, there it's back! What is that face, man, to be honest? The Tenshu incident is the worst case of false accusation since the war. What? It imposed a wholly unwarranted stigma on Dr. Kusaragi's name. Yes, yes. Since the war. That bad? Do you happen to like Tsutomu Kisaragi? Well, it's not really about liking or disliking him. He's a history nut. For people like us, Dr. Kisaragi is viewed as a living deity. I can say without any reservation, yes indeed. For those of us with similar interests that you might call the otaku. Oh my god. That book was a shining light of a gift. Wow. Insert the meme about the lady going, wow, and then it just says based, 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 based. In conclusion, Dr. Kisaragi's author of such a book, the likelihood of him being a criminal would be beyond the realm of possibility. And yet the general public, they lack the social literacy to discern. So as his book also mentioned, a stigma is hard to shed once in place. Thanks for sharing that. In brevi, Tsutomu Kisaragi was falsely accused. The fact that this truth is kept from widespread acceptance suggests a conspiracy by some powerful entity. See, that's what I was afraid of Jazzy being. But I guess he might have been falsely accused. Yeah, let's talk to this freak lady first. You know she a freak. She was like, when they brought up the murder. Could I ask you something? You saw the photo in the frame, right? I knew I'd seen his ghost. Does this mean I'll be taken away? Okay, maybe she's just a normal girl. Are you alright? You look kind of pale. Okay, no, she was smiling later. Okay, the photo I showed of you, of the man's ghost. Do you think he might be Nomura's-san from the Tenshu incident? I heard. She's trembling. Must be really scared of the ghost. If she is, what if she's the murderer? Oh, snap. Maybe I shouldn't say that I think so. They do look similar, but... they do look similar. Might just be a coincidence, though. They say if you see a ghost face, the dead man pulls you into the pond. I mean, when I was working the last job, I saw a ghost's face every time I looked in the mirror, so... Our guy just mentioned a similar story, too. I think he made up that story about Nomura-san's ghost just to spice up the tour. What? Let me go check with our guy just to be sure. What do you mean he made up the story about a murder from 7 years ago? Sammy. Matsuda-san, may I have a word? Eh? You obviously had more than one word there. About the Tenshu incident, no idea. Oh. About the riddle, no idea. Don't care, find that envelope so we can move on. I see. The paper in the envelope. About the strange paper in your envelope earlier, no idea. No, don't talk to me. Ah yeah, wanna see it? This is just a drawing of a snake. Huh? Ah, who knows? I guess it is. Anyway, is this really a bonus draw, like you said? Do me a favor and check with the guide what he meant by that, would ya? You got legs? You got a mouth? Go ask him yourself. He has a point though. What does that snake even mean? It is kind of crazy that he said want to see it and then pulled out a snake. If the organizer put the paper in the envelope, could it be related to the nether? I heard you were a colleague of the victim, Nomura-san. Don't care, didn't ask. Yeah, I sure was, but this Nomura guy didn't know him. Don't care, don't even care. All I'm interested in is food and the sports. And you playing amateur detective or what? Heh. No, we're literally here on a mystery tour. What do you mean I'm playing amateur detective? We need to find the paper to leave. Then do me a favor and cut the detective crap. I need to do it. That's the whole point of the tour. Matsuda gets on my nerves. Yes. You know, Zami, don't let yourself be talked around by this guy. Okay? Get some backbone in ya. Alright, let's learn about the friggin... What did he ask me to find? The ghost in the Matsuda strange paper, okay. About the ghost. What you told us earlier about the ghost of Kengu Nomura. About the people who encounter him being taken to unknown places. Oh, yes. It was written in the materials I was told to read at this location. I tried my best to make it sound... Why are you telling that to a tour attendee? To a tourist? You're not supposed to reveal... Okay, buddy. Think of yourself as a magician. You don't reveal your secret. Is that story really true? If the ghost actually exists, you mean? I can't really say either way. Being just a hired... Stop bringing that up. You're making that... No, okay, so the reason why I say this tour is the worst is because the tour guide's like... Anyway, I'm just kind of like a hired guide. I don't even know if it's real or not. And by the way, did you hear about my flamenco studies back when I was in Spain? Also, I freaking learned how to jump, bungee dive in Death's Canyon, Death's Valley in California. Okay, buddy, stop, make the tour good. But it's probably better if I tell Kimura-san that the ghost isn't real. But the paper Matsuda-san found in his envelope. Oh, about that. That was kind of what was that about? It didn't seem like something you'd prepared for a show or as a surprise. It would be nice of you not to tell the other participants, but... I wasn't told there'd be something like that inside. Why are you sweating? But I did improvise quite well, yes. I'll just stop. I'll just message a report to the organizer. So please let Matsuda-san know that he is indeed the winner, please. Okay, so you don't know what that means either. I wonder if the drawing is supposed to mean something. I should ask someone well versed in occult matters. I guess the furry toe guy? Is something troubling you? Mysterious snake drawing. About the paper found in Masuda-san's envelope. Wait, what do you mean about the... Just look at the freaking graffiti right behind you, Zammy. There is a strange snake drawing on it. It looks something like the thing right behind me. Do you know what it means? Could this possibly be... the serpent held by the Cretan healer priestess? No, that doesn't add up. Okay. Cretan peeler please toss? Zammy. Zammy. You know... you've heard the word priestess before. Oh, I know, this must be Suijin Sama, water god. What? I don't really understand. In Brevi. In other worlds, this serpent is not a random snake, but I can relate it to the Suijin shrine. The water deity from the Suijin shrine? I see, thank you for the info. We should check on the other drawing that looks similar to this one. Human-headed water... What? Human-headed water deity? That's very much a snake-headed water deity. Looking closely at this graffiti, it does look like a water deity drawing like the one Matsuda-san got. Would Fujiwara-san know something? What do you mean? We just asked him. About the monument. Are you aware of the significance of that trumpet? Oh my god, Zammy, did you really think it was a telescope? It is said to resurrect the dead one. She really did think it was a telescope, but there's a certain secret theory too. It is also said to be a sign calling out for the gates to be open, yes. Totally thought it was a telescope. Oh my god, Zammy. An angel with a trumpet? What do you think? The drawing on the monument's pedestal, what do you think it means? This is just what I infer, but it looks very human-headed to me. The angel trumpets opens the gate. Drawn there is Suijin Sama, water god. The gate that connects here in the beyond, the world we are in and in the nether may be here. The world we are in and the nether may be here. Could the serpent perhaps be enticing us there? Could it be? In Brevi, that would mean we are being invited into the nether. The nether? I have nothing conclusive, however. However, what? Alright. What the hell is going on? Let's talk to this guy again, I guess. Oh my god, why did I talk to this guy? Excuse me. And he growls at me? Okay, well, this guy's obviously like the murderer then. Kima-san, are you okay? No, actually, he might be he's too likely to be the murderer. That means that it's not him, it's this girl. Was that for show? Our guide mentioned he didn't know if the ghost rumors were true or not. We probably shouldn't tell her that is as is, right? What? Anything wrong, Zammy-chan? Well, I asked the guide about the ghost he mentioned. He merely brought that up to spice up the tour. Oh, really? Thank you, I feel a bit better hearing that. Yes, that's what I heard, so you can relax. As long as the ghost doesn't show up or anything. What if the organizer is Kengo Nomura and he's bringing people here to find out who killed him? Who tried to kill him, I should say, not who killed him. Will you be okay now? And the reason they're disappearing is not because they're disappearing to the nether, but they're disappearing because the police are arresting them and asking them questions. Yes, thank you. I thought I could handle the occult. And that means that the person who was invited gave us the tickets because he was the actual murderer and he wanted to get out of the thing because somebody tipped him off. So he gave the tickets to a random like occult mystery investigation company, and he got scot-free. Off scot-free even. Yes, thank you. I thought I could handle the occult and horror. But I think I felt really anxious there for a bit. I hear you. I'm scared of ghosts and monsters myself. I'm glad you're with us on this tour, Zammy-chan. I think I'll be okay for the next spot as well. Thanks again. She did it. She's the murderer. Would you have any idea where the tissue paper was found? If it was a piece of paper, you'd think it was on the ground near the scene, right? Not much of a hint, of course. Do you know anything about the Uno Tenshu incident itself? The Uno Tenshu incident. Why, yes, I was the person that killed... didn't hear anything about it, don't know anything about it. Let me think. Those terrible t-shirts, perhaps? What terrible t-shirts? Soon after the case attracted attention, t-shirts printed with the Tenshu word went really popular. Why? Don't you remember? It was quite the boom. T-shirts exploiting the incident. I wonder if this is related to the puzzle. Probably not, but still. I should keep this in mind. I wonder if anyone else knows about the shirts. What if the Tenshu shirts were popular before the murder, the incident, and people confused the shirt with the paper? You know how urban myths are. He was wearing the shirt, so people were like, oh snap, he got divinely judgmented by some god. Oh, isn't it funny because he's wearing a shirt about being divinely judgmented, and then that kind of like phone gamed into it being a envelope being found near the crime. Okay, I don't have any leads or anything. I guess I didn't use the glasses all the way over here. Okay, there's nothing over here. Oh, what the heck? Why does it go all the way over here? The artist is like, I drew like, 5,000 pixels width of background, and we're gonna use all those pixels. Anyway, I think I'll end the video here, because I think we have a good setup for the next one. Also, I don't know where to go. I think we need to talk to the gas mask, but I'll do that next video. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Bye.